Today I'm gonna tell you why I started taking care of myself, why I started putting myself first. Let's go. So again, it's your boy Ftahawi. I'm back to you with a new video, with a new story. Let's go. So I was always a guy who took care of himself, but when I was 18, 19, 18 years old, I was spending money on nonsense things. I used to go out with my friends, spend the money on girls, on alcohol, on things that intoxicating things that keeps you unfocused, keeps you numb. Those things I used to spend my money on them. I was not buying clothes, enough clothes. I was not doing the things that can protect my health. I used to eat normal foods. I consume a lot of alcohol, but I was not eating normal food. I never put myself first. I trusted the wrong people in my life. So I ended up being left behind because those people seen my infinity honesty, foolishness, and they took me for granted. So that made me decide to put myself first. But I never knew how to do it. I try to spend the money on myself. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. When I try to buy something good clothes for me, I feel like I could have used that for alcohol. I could have used that for things like that. I always was thinking about me going out, having fun, gambling. Those were my priority one. Myself doing good things to myself, investing in myself was not my priority one. But after that, later on, after some years, when I went back to my country, as I told you, I was cleaning. I was fixing mattresses. Mattresses were like medical mattresses. They were like 20, 30 pieces on one range. So I climbed up on the mattress in order to push one because one was popping out from the line. So I had to, in order to put it back, I had to climb up and push it. But opposite of the medical, there was big mirror. Let's say 2 meter by 3 meter mirror. So it was very big. It has been there for over 20 years. So it was a very strong mirror. It was very strong, very very big, very thick mirror. It was not normal mirror. So I pushed that mirror from my back so I can get help. That was stupidity. So it was very stupidity, but it was planned to happen. I pushed it from by my back, and unfortunately the mirror ended up collapsing. It was shattered into pieces, and I ended up falling on top of the mirror. God saved me. I never landed on a pointy mirror. They're all laid down, face down. The mirrors were laying down. None of them were pointy. So I ended up landing on top of them. People, everybody around me got surprised that nothing happened to me. When they saw me falling, they were all shocked. They came to help me. One of them took me by his car to a hospital. Took me by his car, and we went to the hospital. And they gave me the first emergency, everything they had to do. The nurse was supposed to eat his lunch, but he left his lunch to come to help me, and he did. And he knitted my hand. And they knitted my hand. They sewed my hand. They ended up sewing my hand. It was very painful, but I tolerated. From that moment, I realized that I have to put myself first. I started investing on myself, buying good things instead of spending the money on alcohol, on things like that. I started spending it on my clothes. I always cared about buying clothes, but since that moment I decided, I realized that it's not alcohol. It's not drinking alcohol what makes you happy. It's investing in yourself. Even though I still drink alcohol, but it started being my priority one. So I started investing by buying clothes, using my money on myself instead of spending it on my friends or whatever. I spent it on a lot of money on my friends. There was a friend of mine who was never grateful for what I did for him. He through his tongue, through his words, he showed me that he was grateful, but practically I can see that he had some envious behavior inside him. So from that moment I started going out alone. So from that moment, 8% of my journey, my hanging out, my going out started being me, and I started chasing women. But I did it professionally. I didn't do it the way a nasty person would do. I never used them. I never disrespected them. I knew I was like a truth person. Someone who speaks truth doesn't know how to get a woman, because someone who believes in the truth always respects women. So people who respect women are not the ones who hang out with a lot of women. But I tried. I kept working hard. Finally, I found out how to get a girl, but I did it respectfully. I never betrayed. I never hurted. I never made fun of any woman in my life. So even though even though I left them, I left a good mark inside their heart, because I showed them respect, love. They will never get from someone else. They still get it from someone else, but even still I made them respect me very much. So this is a story of why I started investing in myself. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.